He texted, "I'll take the kids this weekend." I watched kickoff from an empty couch. That Sunday changed everything. Welcome to Danni's Den, your weekly mix of law, love, sports, and pop culture. I'm Danni, and today we unpack what to do when a long-term unmarried relationship ends. Protect the kids, your money, and yes, even your game day routines. Let's chat. Quick map for today: paternity and why it matters, how to put a parenting plan in writing, the immediate financial steps to protect credit, the emotional boundaries that actually work, and a sports block playbook you can use. Plus, 2 copyable lines to send tonight. Stick with me. First, paternity. If you never married, paternity is where almost every other right and responsibility starts. No paternity on file? Then the law may not automatically recognize a parent's role. That can stop child support, medical decision authority, even school enrollment discussions. If dad is listed on the birth certificate, you've got a long way already. If not, there's usually a voluntary acknowledgement you can sign at the county or a court-ordered DNA test. Here's something simple. Check the birth certificate right now or make one quick call to your local child support office to ask what form to file, right? Listen, if you're thinking, is this a lawyer thing? Sometimes yes, sometimes not. Many paternity steps are administrative and quick, but if the other parent resists, you'll want a lawyer. Keep that in mind. Now, parenting time. Unmarried or not, courts focus on the child's best interest. You can create a schedule that functions like custody: who has decision-making authority, where the child lives, and who handles school and medical decisions. The trick is to write it down and keep records. Make the plan specific. Pick up and drop off times, exact locations, who calls the school, who manages medication. Add a swap rule: how to exchange weekends, what counts as an emergency, and a notification window for changes. Text or email every agreement. Those messages matter in court. Here's a 1-sentence script you can send to propose a sports block schedule. Copy this if it helps. Can we agree dad has every other Sunday for games, and I'll take the alternate weekend plus 1 weekday evening? If either of us needs to swap, give 48 hours notice and text to confirm. Use it exactly or tweak the days. And a medical consent template you can adapt and sign. I, Parent A, authorize Parent B to obtain medical care for child during their parenting time. Contact, phone. Print it, sign it, and keep a scanned copy in the cloud and a paper copy in both homes. Small documents, big payoff. Schools and clinics will accept a signed consent more often than they'll stall a visit, and having that in hand calms you and the provider when adrenaline spikes. Okay, money. And this part moves fast. If you share accounts, change passwords, and separate access today. Open individual accounts. Move money with memos like split rent July and screenshot transfers. If there's joint debt, contact the creditor and document who paid what. Remove authorized users from cards and order new cards. Check your credit report this week. If you fear misuse, place a fraud alert. Keep a simple ledger: date, amount, purpose, so you can show contributions later. Trust me, clear records make conversations and courts easier. Now, the emotional rules. This is where parenting wins or falls apart. Tell kids age-appropriate facts. We're not living together, but we both love you, and your routines will stay the same. No blaming. And make a simple communication protocol with the co-parent. Logistics by text, important issues by brief call, and use a shared calendar for appointments and exchanges. Dating, slow it down. Agree on a window before introducing new partners. Limit overnight guests at first, and put the child's comfort first. Those small rules avoid big public fights later on. Back to sports. Concrete tips to keep game days sacred. Write down what's non-negotiable. Prioritize those items in the parenting plan, and establish neutral handoff spots, like a school parking lot. If one parent has the game, the other gets a compensating weekend. Keep swap confirmations in writing. A simple sports block example you can propose: Parent A gets every other weekend's major games. Parent B gets the alternate weekend plus 1 weekday practice night. Add 48-hour notice for swaps, confirm by text. That one rule cuts 80% of weekend fights. Before we wrap, quick reality check. This is general guidance. Family law varies by state. Procedures for paternity, parenting time language, and property rules change. If the other parent is restricting access or you see threats or name-calling, contact a local family law attorney. Take these documents to them and it speeds everything up. Documents to gather before a lawyer meeting. Birth certificate, any paternity acknowledgments, 6 months of a parenting calendar, bank statements showing contributions, texts or emails about schedules and money, medical records for the child, and a list of shared debts and property. Put those in a folder or a zip file, and you're 90% ready. Music pick to steady the day? A slow 90s R&B track. Think TLC style calm. Something to play for 10 minutes after a rough exchange. It gives you space to breathe and regroup. I put one on when I need to reset. Recap. 3 things to do right now. 1. Check the birth certificate and start paternity paperwork if needed. 2. Separate financial access and document every shared payment. 3. Write a simple parenting calendar and send that sports block text tonight. Do one now. Momentum matters. If you found this useful, please subscribe to Danni's Den so you don't miss next week's episode. If you have a specific legal issue, send me a direct message or email Danielle@thelegalassistantcenter.net to book a free 30-minute consultation to see if I can help. Drop a comment with your parenting trick or a question. Let's chat. Thanks for listening to Danni's Den. Keep those records, protect the routines, and put the kids first. I'll be back next week with more law, love, sports, and pop culture. Bye for now.